Well, I am now finishing off the run of the Earth-1 comics so far, so hopefully you've enjoyed reading Superman Earth 1 and sort of Volume 2 of it as well. Now it's time to get into probably the thing that brought me into the Earth-1 comics, and it's Batman Earth 1. If you're a fan of the Christopher Nolan sort of Batman films, you will absolutely love this comic because you could probably say it kind of inspires the whole realism that they went for this and totally reimagining sort of Batman in a new way. I'm going to put this down now. First off, there's a couple of character changes they've done in this comic, and I'm not going to name them all. But what's quite interesting are two things, right? Firstly, Arkham. Now I know you're probably thinking, right? Arkham, is that not the Arkham Asylum, the building? Well, it is, and it's also kind of a guy's name as well in the character mythos, in the Batman mythos. But they've made kind of Arkham a character and also part of the Wayne family in a way. I won't spoil who, you know, is part of the Arkham family, but it's interesting, and Arkham later in the comic becomes a character in itself. And also, one of the best character sort of updates I've loved about this whole comic was Alfred. They made Alfred a bit more sort of believable now. Like, we don't believe in this day and age that Alfred would just be like a butler, you know, kind of just loyal without really sort of gone through something. And what I love about the fact is Alfred in this comic, he's an ex-US Marine, I'm pretty sure. He's travelled all over the world, and he comes over to Gotham, and I forget what it is he came over, but you know, the day when, you know, when Bruce Wayne's parents dies, Thomas Wayne put him as the guardian for Bruce Wayne, and that's how he sticks with him, and that's probably why he sort of, you know, he part of it. And it's really interesting. They two get quite a couple of blows later, and really interesting this new reimagining of Alfred. Now the Batman himself, Bruce Wayne, I think it's really cool because they've made him more like, they've made him kind of young, so I think he's like in his early 20s, and the Batsuit is, what I like about it, it's still kind of like in the stages of development. So it's never going to, so when you first look at the Batsuit you might not like it, but it does change kind of throughout the comic. That's pretty cool. There is a villain in this, and the villain is Penguin, and I love what they've done with the Penguin. And just like everything about it is really good. This is kind of like their version of Batman and how it's going to come across in the next volume, which they're releasing, and apparently it's coming at the end of this year. I do, however, have a bit of a complaint. Now, I am not a fast comic book reader, and I would probably say that the Superman titles, they take roughly about an hour and a half to about 2 hours long to kind of read through. I read the Batman one in about less than an hour, and I felt that was just too quick. Whether it's intentional or not, and you're probably saying, but it's, you know, it's only an origin story, so it's not meant to be. I mean, hang on. I have read Frank Miller's Batman Year One, and this one is quite a read, right? I'd probably say this is about a 2 hour read, or maybe a slightly bit more compared to the Earth one. So when they do make the new one, I hope they make it just a little bit longer. Not in terms of like pages, but in dialogue, because the dialogue is it is kind of shortened down. I don't know whether or not that was intentional or not, but I would love to see a bit more dialogue in the next one. So that's it, that's all it's wrapped up. Obviously I'll leave links, I'll leave links for all these, either like in the description or just around the video or whatnot, like annotation, the blah blah blah, depending on what they're going to call it these days. And hopefully this is the start of many more sort of comic reviews in the near future. So until then, I will see you guys later.